Many schools that have GT programs happen to say they offer diversity in their GT programs. That is in fact a lie because they overlook the underprivileged students. The other crucial thing to remember about special populations like low income students is that they generally come from families where parents are coping with difficult circumstances in extreme cases. Like students in temporary housing, parents may be moving their family from shelter to shelter, dealing with homeless services, and trying to find ways to provide for their children. Low income parents who work multiple jobs who are dealing with social services or are unemployed are unlikely to have the same amount of time, let alone the money, to devote to visiting schools, filling out more than one application, or showing up to multiple appointments. Even if they do have children in a gifted program, low income parents do not have the time to visit or volunteer in schools or to donate to parent teacher associations, better known as PTA, or pay for any supplementary programming like after school clubs or activities that may not factor into a school budget.
In order to help the student population, the No Child Left Behind Act was created to bring every student to the same academic level. By creating the objective to have students on the same academic level, those with the gifted and talentedness were left out of the planning. Teachers were not properly trained to ensure that the GT students were properly engaged or challenged in the classroom, thus creating unmotivated students within the classroom. With the creation of No Child Left Behind came standardized testing. This has inhibited any learning in the classroom beyond what will be on the test. Over the years, students have become test-taking machines, using only rote memorization to complete the test. Gifted students are pressured to bring up the testing scores for the school, so the method or rote learning hinders their learning because they are unengaged and the content is well below their academic potential. We believe that the United States should model their education styles like those of Finland and Singapore. Singapore provides universal screening to every third grader at the end of the school year because they believe it will provide all students an equitable chance for success. Schools here provide rigorous curriculum to accommodate the high performers, and there is a nationwide emphasis on nurturing the gifted individuals to their full potential for the betterment of the society, because Singapore sees the gifted students as the future and of the political and economic stability of the nation. Finland is world famous for their educational excellence. The country believes that every child should be educated the same, as well as ensuring that their educators are high quality. Parents who believe their children to be gifted or high ability will seek out opportunities to challenge their children outside of school because there are not programs typically offered in the schools. Instead of providing gifted programs, students are provided additional resources if they are failing behind so that everyone can be on the same high academic level.
While it is recommended that the United States implement educational systems like those of the countries mentioned before, it is not likely that there will be a complete turnaround in the way our education system runs. However, there are examples of schools providing enrichment programs school-wide that leave positive impacts on the students and the school. Wyndham Center School, for example, had implemented the Enrichment Cluster program for the new school year. They decided to incorporate this program for 5 weeks in the fall and 10 weeks for the spring, going once per week. At first, the students were confused, but once they became accustomed to the program, they absolutely loved it. By implementing this program into the curriculum that year, it left a positive effect on the students because their interests were taken into consideration on what they wanted to learn more about. It also gave an hour a week to the students to decompress and take a break from the normal curriculum to learn about something that they wanted to. Another study was conducted in a different year on 1,698 elementary grade students. 236 teachers, 120 parents, and 10 principals to examine the effectiveness of a year-long school-wide enrichment model on 11 schools. Special consideration of demographic data was looked at to equalize the student groups by grade level, classroom teacher experience, classroom teaching style, and classroom climate. During the study, they made sure to implement curriculum compacting in order to eliminate repetition of previously mastered material. The curriculum was made more difficult and provided time to ensure the mastery of basic skills for the program. At the end of the study, results showed that teachers were more involved in sharing lesson plans with their coworkers in other classrooms, as well as with the gifted education resource teacher. and developed a more positive thought about gifted education. It also showed a positive impact on the students because they were learning in a different way and got the opportunity to learn about more things that interested them. It has been shown that we can implement programs that are beneficial to the GT population. However, the country is not fully ready to commit to providing the future generations with the resources to succeed. We as future educators should take the first steps in identifying the students who are looking for more of an academic challenge and provide them with ample opportunities to engage themselves.